Hey, everybody, welcome to another episode in the series. This is a new one. It's Industry Insiders with our very own Kyle Draper of Content
Woo.
Compounding. What's up, Kyle?
What is up, dude? I am so pumped to be with you today.
Yeah, likewise. I mean, I think for me today, what I'm excited about is I think I've been being coached by you for probably like 6 months now. And, the topic today is really talking about social media, video, mediums, all that stuff, and just putting it out there as a basic 101 for anybody that's maybe thinking about it and hasn't done it, and maybe give them a simple framework and point them towards you if they have questions.
I love it. I love it. It's invaluable right now. I just met with a credit repair company yesterday, and their frustration was they said, Kyle, we're the best in the business at what we do, but we can't even recruit salespeople right now because they go to our Facebook page and go, y'all don't have any content. And literally that's where the conversation stops. They don't allow them to prove their value. They shut them down because online they looked bad.
Oh, interesting.
And the same thing is happening to a lot of LOs.
Well, I mean, this is probably anything in business. It's like, where do you start? If you're recruiting, I need a list and I need to be, know what I'm going to say. And the reality is you just need a place to start. Where is the best place to start when you think about never done it, want to try, not try, do. And what do you coach people to do when it's like, hey, step one?
So to me, step one is, who do you want to serve? Right? Getting clarity on what type of person are you wanting to do loans for? How old are they? What city do they live in? Right? But we can stop at just how old are they? And what this does for us, Steve, is if I know that, man, I like working with, 40 to 50-year-olds, that's a Facebook audience by the numbers. And so if you were like, I have time to do one social media channel, go to Facebook. If you want to work with first-time home buyers, you're probably going to need to tackle Instagram first, right? And then we can begin to sprinkle in maybe some YouTube, maybe TikTok, but Facebook and or Instagram have to be the first place to start. And then from there, man, just make the first video. I mean, I remember back to when you and I met, dude, you were not excited about jumping into the video world.
I just don't think that interesting. So why is anybody going to listen to me, right?
Yeah.
Or what I have to say. But to your point, you got to go back to who's your target audience, and then what message and topics would resonate with them to have you differentiate yourself from whatever else they're hearing or seeing in the Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, TikTok, realm.
And the way we identify content is with two questions. One, what do you get asked the most about your industry? So for the LO that watches this video, right, what questions about loan originating do you get asked the most? Just in general, think back 10 years to the present and just start making a list, right? All the questions. Deep questions, stupid questions, simple questions, whatever. Then the second question is, what are you surprised that people don't already know? Because I talk to a ton of people, as do you, like we hear the phrase earnest money. And we know what that is because we're inside of the industry. But the average consumer may not necessarily know what earnest money is.
That sounds like a dude's name.
So yeah, like who's Ernest? Right? Like Ernest Scared Stupid, right? Like one of those Ernest movies. So we've got to stop thinking the way we think, and we've got to get into the brain of the consumer, because they don't know what we know, because they live their world outside of this industry. And so we've got to really simplify things and give them bite-sized chunks of content. And that is where somebody should start that hasn't really started developing that social media footprint yet.
So if I'm unpacking that, and you had me go through the same process, it was like, write down a list of topics that you think would be valuable for the target audience.
Yep.
Talk through those, figure out which medium the group of people are on, and then just start recording. Short and sweet.
100%.
Right? It's that simple.
And it is. And I was honored to be a guest on Alex's podcast yesterday. And, I told him one of the things I think we struggle with as humans is we want to validate why we're struggling and we want it to not be our fault. And so we want it to be hard because hard gives me an excuse for why I haven't done it yet. But when you and I sit on this video and we go, dude, just start. Like, that's not the answer people want because that means it's their fault.
Yeah. You know what I
And
bet
so
too,
own your crap and just go.
yeah, my guess too is a lot of people spend more time thinking about not doing it than it would actually take to do it. So
Heck yeah.
you're wasting the time. Might as well just give it a shot, fail forward, and improve over time. All right. So you get the list down, you figure out the medium. What about frequency? Like, to be not necessarily relevant, but to get started, how often should somebody post something?
So first of all, just do the first one, right? Let's quit trying to create an 8-year calendar before we've even done anything yet. And so just do the first one and then do the second one and let less time be between the first and the second and third. But ideally, Steve, if you're doing a video a week, you're solid, because then you can take those videos, you can compound them, you can turn them into other pieces of content. And so you will end up with so much content out of your willingness to just do one video a week, right? And I know that's overwhelming to some right now. And that was overwhelming to you when we first met. But now, like, you crank out a video every day if you wanted to, because you've just grown accustomed to doing it and you don't overthink it anymore. And so that's the kind of the ideal is about a video a week. But more importantly than any of this is you've got to spend time on social media engaging with your people. We can't just do what I call post and ghost. You can't just post a video and then not come back until it's time to post the next video, right? We've got to be on social media, commenting on people's pictures, engaging with them in the DMs, responding to their stories, responding to their comments on our stuff. This is an ecosystem, man. This isn't a fortune teller where, I give you a video and you give me a client back.
Hey, the way the algorithms work, does that put you higher up in people's feeds by that engagement? I mean, obviously it shows activity and there's got to be some math behind it that says, all right, show this more often. Is that the whole?
Yeah. When we understand, right, the whole point of the algorithm on Facebook and Instagram is they're trying to guess at who you want to see. Because the more they show you who you want, the longer you're going to stay there, which means they make more money. So
advertisable by the time,
because they can advertise to you, right? And a lot of that ad money from like big people comes in because they can say, see this guy, Steve Rennie, man, his average time on Facebook is growing every week, right? So they want you to be more present. So what I've discovered is if you and I are DMing each other, right, direct messaging each other, dude, the algorithm knows that. And I believe that the algorithm is going, dude, Steve and Kyle are DMing. I bet they want to see each other's posts too. And you'll just start seeing me more in your newsfeed, and I'll start seeing you more, which is going to result in an advanced relationship, right?
Hey, so unpacking that a little bit, if you're commenting and posting and liking things across your own company, is the algorithm going to put you in front of the borrowers, or do you really need to engage with borrowers and comment there so that, how does that piece work, you think?
Well, you need to engage the most with the clients that you want to work with.
Got it. That makes sense.
So if you don't make money off of engaging with your coworkers, I'm not saying you stop engaging, but if that's who you engage with most, you're going to get told really, like, you're going to have other people at Loan Depot say, dude, cool video, as opposed to the people you really want to say it, which are the people that can help you make money.
Interesting.
So those are the people you need to be serving the most by commenting and engaging with their stuff.
Totally makes sense. All right. Now going back to step 0.5 before list and whatnot. What about do's and don'ts, and what do you need to actually, camera, microphone, like bare basics.
So do's and don'ts. What I get asked the most is, dude, I love your videos. What's your setup? This, right? It's my phone. Whoa, I can't even hold it. That's it. Like this, Steve, this gets so overthought. Now, yes, over time, I've created a cooler background and I've got lighting in different places that I use sometimes, but most of the time I'm not sitting in the seat. And so I'm just on the go using my phone. And so the biggest do's and don'ts in regard to video would be always have headphones present. Because if you're doing a video in an environment that's not designed for it, you're going to pick up the AC. You're going to pick up, the wind if you're sitting on your back porch. You're going to pick up crowd noise if you're out in public. And so when you can put some ear pods in or even the wired ones that are connected, you're going to minimize the noise and bring clarity to your voice, which is the most powerful part. My video could be fuzzy, but if my audio is clear, people will still pay attention. And so we've got to get the audio part right. The biggest don't for me is stop introducing yourself. This is my biggest pet peeve, because when we start doing this, most of the people that see these videos are your friends already. Yeah. And so we don't, like you and I, right? Like we've never met in person, but we're buddies. And so whenever we get to meet, we're not going to like formally shake hands like we're strangers, right? Like we're going to hug each other, right? We're going to bro hug. But it'd be super awkward if you go in for the bro hug and I'm like, hey man, Kyle Draper. And you're going to be like, dude, what the heck? We've worked together for a long time now. Why are you introducing? Man, we do this on video. So when I jump on video and I'm like, what's up guys? It's Kyle Draper. My friends kind of go,
do we know who you are?
I already know who you are. So I'm a big fan of just starting the video as if everyone knows me, not because I'm a big deal, but because I'm friends with everybody. And it will allow you to be more casual in video because it won't feel salesy. And so stop introducing yourself unless you know that the people that are seeing this video are going to be strangers. And that would be my biggest don't.
If you're dropping a video to a database and these people don't know you, introductions are important as far as social media.
Sure. Yeah.
You're already, connected with, who you are. Just go right into the conversation and be authentic.
Yeah. If you're sending a video out to an email list of 1,000 people that may or may not know you, then dude, yeah, 100% introduce yourself. But if I'm going to post a video on Facebook that's going to be seen by my family and my high school friends, my college friends, know the audience and don't introduce yourself in that environment.
Seems so simple.
It should be simple, but it's not, because this isn't what people do for a living.
And I know you and I have
LOs. Go ahead.
No, you go.
Well, LOs, like they didn't get into this industry to be good at social media. Like, so I want to make sure we're at the same time, like we're trying to get better, but we're giving ourselves grace because this is new, like we didn't go to school for this. We didn't grow up with phones in our hands, like the generation below us. And so let's just commit to getting better while extending grace at the same time. And you're going to get there.
Yeah, that I think that's a good segue into the next topic. And you and I talk about this all the time. There is no perfect.
No,
you just do it. People are working from home. They've got puppies running around. Mine's being good right now. I thought I was going to have to deal with it, but you just roll through it. Stuff happens in the background. Gardeners show up, whatever it is, and just stick to the program.
And I'm a big fan of staging distraction, because I truly do believe that distraction is the greatest humanizer. So like when your puppy walks through, somebody's like, oh, look at that puppy. What kind of dog is that? And they're going to ask that on the video.
I didn't listen to anything else, but what kind of dog is that?
and dude, here's what I wish people would understand. That's a win. that person knows who you are. So if it wasn't for that dog, they wouldn't have even engaged in your video. And
point.
so I will do videos, my office is at our house, and so as is yours. And so now my kids are younger than yours. And so I love when I'm doing video and my 8-year-old son or my 6-year-old daughter walk in. And instead of just instantly shooing them, right, I'll be like, hey, come here, come say hi to everybody. And then a cute kid gets to wave and go, hey. And then what happens? 10 comments show up of people going, Everly's so cute. Harrison's getting so big. Hi, guys. Dude, all we need are people commenting on our stuff.
Yeah.
Why? Doesn't matter to me. I'm embarking on my TikTok journey right now. See, like there's the dog right there. Right? Just being all cute. Just Vader. Just being cute. And so, dude, I'm getting haters for the first time in my career on TikTok of people just being stupid, saying rude things. But man, I'm growing to love it because it's fueling the algorithm. Because every comment is beneficial for the algorithm. And so I'm cherishing the haters because they're helping my video be seen by more people. So we just need people to comment. This is why everybody's seen people do videos where they're like, if it's a live video, you'll hear somebody go, hey, if you're on here live, put live in the comments. They don't need to really care. They don't care that you're on there live, but that's a simple ploy to get people to comment, which is going to help the algorithm push that video in front of more people.
Now you're going into advanced land with the do it live, where somebody feels like they're putting themselves differently than like I can record and edit, maybe re-record if I screw up. But
can we talk about that for a minute?
Yeah.
Okay, guys, pay very close attention. If you're still watching this, put whatever down that you're messing with and just be present real quick. You don't realize yet that live video should be your best friend. And here's why. Because you suck at editing videos. You're not low, right? You're not a graphic designer. You're not a web developer. You're not a video editor. You don't do that. And so when we pre-record video, Steve, now you have to edit, but you're bad at editing. And so it's going to take you 8 times longer to edit a video. And so you're just losing time. And so I love live video because literally, boom, I'm live, boom, I'm done. And I'm out the door, moved on to my next appointment. And that video is on social media doing exactly what it's supposed to.
Totally get it. Yeah, I haven't done a live yet. Shane challenged me last time I recorded with him, but it's kind of a mental thing. And totally, like, I'm not fearful of getting on video. I just think like I want to press it right, but there is no right. You just got to do it. And but now the pops up right. The benefit for you though is you've partnered with us, so you still just do the video and send it to the team, and you don't have to mess with any editing, right? Yeah. If you were trying to take this on by yourself, I think you'd try live video faster because you'd be so tired of editing videos at midnight every night. That's where live video starts to matter. Totally get it. All right. So maybe just rounding out. And for those of you who are still watching and don't know Kyle and his team, like you said, I am a client. I've learned so much about social media. And you guys do make it really easy. It's great working with Holly, and there's accountability for me, but yeah, it's been cool. It's a totally different ecosystem. It's been neat to actually just YouTube channel and put videos up, get the little short clips, have some content calendar, and have some real intention and thought behind it, but also freestyle with the topics and kind of throw in a laugh every now and then. I saw a video. We brought a loan officer over who started maybe 2 months ago, and her name's Maritza Camarina. And she did a video this week. It was a funny video, and I like funny stuff, so it really like stuck out for me. But she was standing next to her pool, and had her phone in, and the video was basically like, you get a message that your client bought a car before the loan closed, and like, what do you do? And she like starts walking, and she just plunges into the pool.
I love it.
It was cool. So maybe actually last piece, where does humor play into the video thing and connecting? I mean, is that more of a personality type? Like you like making people laugh, so you do humorous stuff, or is there a serious with a little humor in it combo that works?
And so for me, instead of thinking directly about humor, because humor is subjective and not everybody's funny. So I don't ever want to pressure someone into being like, dude, you've got to be more funny in your videos. Like I don't even know what to do with that. And I am funny, but I don't know but when somebody's like, dude, you're so funny, tell a joke. That's not my funny. I'm just witty and very dry. I'm in the moment. And so the way I coach somebody on this topic is, how can you take what you're doing and just add an additional human element to it? Whether that's humor, whether that's telling a story, whether that's falling in the pool, right? Some form of humanity. All right. There's another, a guy that I know who's, he's an LO in California, actually. And he does a lot of content while he's in the woods with his boys, while he's out on a longboard, while he's in a canoe, because he's a super outdoorsy guy. So a lot of his mortgage content, right, professional content, comes while he's doing his personal passion.
God, it's so nice to be able to show your personality too in some of this stuff. I've learned that from the beginning. Like, and again, going back to where do you start? It's like, it has to be perfect. It has to be, make sure this thing's on the wall, that's out of the way. And the reality is,
right,
it's like, it's no different than meeting someone in person and having, you know, them get to know you as a human being and also the value you can create in the service. But
and so that's why I'm waiting for you to do a selfie video sitting on a board in the water.
Dude, I don't want to lose my phone.
Right? I mean, come on, dude, put a waterproof case on it.
I know, duct tape,
you know, zip tie it to your wrist. But, you know, and not even in the water, but just standing on the beach.
Yeah.
And you're talking about lending, you're talking about recruiting, but it's obvious you're on the beach about to go catch a wave. And man, it takes what could be a salesy video and makes it feel human because of the environment you're doing it.
I'm hearing you,
If
man.
you did that same video in a suit, it would take on a totally different feel.
Yeah.
Right. And so that's the key. That's why I think just switching up our background is a super simple tip. That's why if you go look at my videos, I'm right here in my office. I'm out on a walk. I'm in the front seat of my car. Right. I always want people to see me in different spots so that I don't just appear to be this social media expert that always has a cool background, because that's not real life. And that's not a connection point. That makes me elevated, and people don't relate to me as well when they begin to elevate me above them. And so that's a huge piece to this.
Yeah, I'm picking up what you're putting down there. Well, hey, Kyle, first of all, again, stoked to be working with you. Thanks for all you've taught. If, you know, anybody has gotten
man,
picked up some key elements here, it's know your audience, figure out where to do it, and just record some videos. Get better every time you do them.
That's right. 100%.
Hey, I'll put Kyle's contact info too if you ever want to ask him questions or engage their services, which are awesome. Thanks for all you do, man. Appreciate you.
You are so welcome, bro. It's an honor to be here.
I'll catch up with you later, man.
See ya.